Bitcoin's digital energy. Satoshi figured out a way to both transfer and store, to basically store and channel energy through cyberspace without an intermediary. That's a profound breakthrough, because that means I can put $1 billion in cyberspace. I can move it 60 times a second. I can hold it for 1 million years. And I'm not facing counterparty risk to a bank, a country, a currency, a corporation, right? A culture, a commodity manufacturer. And so that's a profound idea. We're 15 years into the innovation. We're only 4 years into the, to the crazy years.
BitcoinZella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to BitcoinZella today and enjoy the new edge. MicroStrategy Executive Chairman and self-described Bitcoin maximalist Michael Saylor discusses what it would take for more companies and governments to adopt Bitcoin.
And really, January 2024 was really the beginning of this era. Maybe this is year 0 of institutional adoption. When we have regulatory acceptance, bank acceptance, and accounting acceptance of Bitcoin, those 3 planks, that's year 1 of adoption. And when do you have that? Well, you kind of got 75% regulatory acceptance since we got these ETFs. Not all, most. When we have IBIT trading on the options market, that's a big step forward. And when you can do in-kind create and redemptions of the ETFs, you've got full regulatory acceptance of the asset. Then January 2025, fair value accounting becomes the norm. And now you've got accounting acceptance. And now you can mark up and mark down the asset just like Apple stock or just like other assets. And then when you have too big to fail banks, when you have the BNY Mellons of the world or the JP Morgans of the world, or the State Streets of the world, they custody the Bitcoin, or they buy and they sell and they hold the Bitcoin. You'll have banking acceptance. And what are banks? Banks are just institutions that are engineered to be custodians of financial assets. So, of course, the greatest custodians of assets in the world need to custody this asset. So we're right in the middle of that, and I think maybe 2025 you can call year 1 of the institutional era of digital capital, that thing which is Bitcoin.
At just over $69,000, the close was Bitcoin's highest since the start of June. Reacting, traders considered various short-term scenarios, including an initial pullback and consolidation, before a return to upside momentum. In a dedicated thread on X, popular trader Crypt Nouveau eyed nearby liquidity as the next BTC price hurdle to overcome. There is a major liquidation level, and that's to the upside, exactly at $69.3 thousand, he noted. The liquidations at that level have increased over the weekend due to some traders opening shorts in this range. It would make sense to spike up to that $69.3 thousand area first. What happens next could cause bulls some temporary pain. For Crypt Nouveau, the 50-period exponential moving average on 4-hour timeframes, currently at $66,888, could see a retest. Ideally, we can hold it, as well as holding the top part of the channel to confirm a breakout and a potential move higher, he summarized. Analyzing relative strength index levels, fellow trader and analyst on crypto trades argue that Bitcoin needed to lead crypto markets into a sustained breakout. The key for the bulls is to keep the momentum going from here, he reiterated in another of his latest X posts. $70,000 is a big level.
The issue is not really with the asset class. I think any conservative or any traditional investor, if you're a high net worth individual, a family office, if you're a successful corporation, if you're an agency, a government, or any political entity, and I introduce new technology, Like say I come to the government, I say, I got this electricity thing, and you don't have any electricity in your building. Well, what they would do is go to their contractor. They've got some contractor that built the building, and they would say, can you backfit or rewire our building for electricity? And the contractor said, no, man, because my competitor just did it and they got shut down and bankrupted, and another person did it and the building burned down, so we're not going to do it for a while. We're afraid, right? In that case, they wouldn't just embrace electricity immediately. The equivalent of the building contractor for Bitcoin would be the bank. So when your rich uncle, gets asked about Bitcoin, he's like, well, I called my broker, I called my bank, JP Morgan, or I called the Standard Chartered or wherever, and they won't buy it for me yet. They say it's too risky. Well, I'm just going to hold off a bit. So if you want to see the people with all the money and the power in the world embrace the asset, they will do it when their vendors support the asset. And that's a rippling thing, right? Because until you have the fair accounting, people can't see how intelligent the idea is. The difference between fair accounting and indefinite intangible accounting for a big company is, under fair accounting, you would know within 5 seconds whether you had a good quarter. Oh, we made like $10 a share. Under indefinite intangible accounting, you would have to read 250 pages of documents and create your own proprietary models and spend somewhere between 1 and 10 hours to figure out how you feel about the quarter.
Another quiet week in terms of U.S. macroeconomic data leaves unemployment numbers as the key event for crypto and risk asset traders. Initial jobless claims, due on October 24, will come a day after the Federal Reserve's latest update on economic conditions, known as the Beige Book. Inflation continues as a major topic of conversation, but in recent weeks, stocks have led a risk asset rally, which has ignored resurgent inflationary signals. Supercore inflation is now rebounding after materially falling in the first half of 2023. At the same time, core CPI inflation rose to 3.3%, marking the first increase since March 2023. Trading resource, the Kobayashi letter, noted in its recent X analysis. All while the Fed cut rates by 50 basis points in September. Did we really need a 50 basis point rate cut? Kobayashi referenced both earnings season and the U.S. presidential election, now just 2 weeks away, as likely to shake market sentiment in the short term. The latest data from CME Group's FedWatch tool put the odds of a 0.25% interest rate cut at the Fed's next dedicated meeting on November 7, a mere 2 days after the election, at more than 90% at the time of writing. Dollar is rising sharply in anticipation of this, Matthew Dixon, CEO of crypto rating platform Eve, told ex-followers in part of a recent post on the topic. However, crypto assets are shrugging off the risks and putting in a powerful rally ahead of the Nov 5th election. Remember, trend is your friend. Bitcoin's recent moves have placed an entire 7 months of BTC price action in focus. Since hitting all-time highs in March, BTC has been wedged within a downward sloping channel, offering a succession of lower highs and lower lows, until now. What should be next, popular trader and analyst Rect Capital says, is at least $70,000. Not everyone, however, agrees that Bitcoin has left the channel behind once and for all. 7-month inverted expanding triangle continues to form. Veteran trader Peter Brandt commented on a chart which formed part of an X thread on Bitcoin published on October 21, after the weekly close. The sequence of lower highs and lower lows from March 2024 has not yet been violated. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.